So the championship competition begins as we know.
And welcome to the final game of our weekend. Welcome to the Gonzaga DC Classic and the championship between Chaminade College Prep from St. Louis, Missouri, and the host Gonzaga College High School, the Eagles. I'm Jack Cushman.
And I'm JD Thede. And I'm super excited to watch this matchup between the Red Devils and the Eagles as the Eagles look to be six-time repeating champions of this Gonzaga DC Classic.
Well, this is the first Gonzaga DC Classic that Coach Keith Ergo has participated in. Coming from Fordham last year, this is his first year as the Gonzaga head coach. And he's looking to carry on a long legacy of winning basketball on I Street, followed from head coach Steve Turner.
But Jack, you know what isn't a first? This being a championship matchup. We saw this last year, actually. Exact same matchup, exact same gym, but a very different team as Gonzaga went on to graduate 6 seniors, 5 playing at the Division I level. One, of course, Derek Dixon, the blooming freshman at the University of North Carolina, has scored the last 5 points in Rupp Arena against Kentucky to give the University of North Carolina that win.
Well, not an easy arena to play in. It shows that these Gonzaga players are conditioned to play in such tough areas, tough atmospheres. In the WCAC, one of the best basketball conferences in the country for high school basketball. They've got multiple, and by multiple I mean 3 schools in the top 15 for national rankings.
Yeah, we've gotten a little bit of taste of how difficult it is to play in some of these arenas. We saw the St. John's game 2 Fridays ago up on Military Road at St. John's, where Gonzaga fell 53-67. But that was a tough place to play. St. John's packed it out, Gonzaga packed it out. It was loud and rowdy the entire time. It is not an easy place to play here.
Well, that's always one of the big rivalries in the country, Gonzaga versus St. John's. Now we've got a different type of purple versus red. It's Gonzaga versus Chaminade. As we get ready to tip, it's 24 versus 24 on the tip. That's Dave Buyamba and Muhammad Kuruma.
And it's funny, last year's tip was 32-32.
And getting the ball first, it's Johnny Jordan. Chaminade wins the tip. And Elijah Poniwaz will bring it up.
Yeah, we saw him last year in the championship, also a starter then. He is a very dominant point guard.
There's Kuruma in the post, and he gets Alan Buyamba to fall, and if the first points come from Kuruma, Chaminade up 2-0 to start. Higginbotham having a tough time trying to get it across half court.
Yeah, we talked earlier about the seniors leaving Gonzaga last year. This Gonzaga starting 5 has 2 freshmen starting, Axton Scott and Aiden Higginbotham.
As Higginbotham hits a nice, pretty floater to tie the game up early. Here's Johnny Jordan working on Buyamba. Gets it into Kuruma in the post against Alan Buyamba, and it's missed. Now here comes Chase Peterson looking to push the pace. One of the few seniors on this Gonzaga team. Buyamba gets it in the post.
That brother-on-brother duo, really dominant, have scored the most points for Gonzaga. The 2 of them, Dave was the player of the game last night against Georgetown Prep. The rivalry inter-Jesuit matchup in this DC area. Very loud and rowdy there. But Dave showed his dominance yesterday.
Dave, just a sophomore at Gonzaga, as Johnny Jordan working on Chase Peterson. That was nice defense there from Peterson. 15 seconds on the shot clock here. Kuruma gives it to Poniwaz. Poniwaz we saw last year in the championship matchup for Chaminade. As he gets into the lane, a missed layup Good contest there from Gonzaga. 2-on-1, gets to Axton Scott. He misses, rebound Buyamba, and he puts it back. 6-2 Gonzaga.
Yeah, but this Chaminade team is a little bit different from last year, Jack. Last year we had the two twins, the White brothers, Jahidi and Jamison White. They both transferred out of Chaminade. So this team has lost two very impactful players. Of course, Jamison, the 4-star.
As Johnny Jackson hits a fadeaway jumper. Not sure if it was behind the arc there. They say it was. 6-5, a nice shot there from Johnny Jordan. Well, they lost those two brothers last year, but they've gained two brothers. Johnny Jordan, who just hit that shot. His brother Luke Jordan, who's just a freshman here at Chaminade.
Gonzaga ball under the basket. Higginbotham with the inbound.
You must be too tired, 24. Let's go.
They'll call a foul on Chaminade. That'll be on Oscar Kuzman.
Peterson with the ball to Higginbotham. Higginbotham bounce pass to Dave.
Buyamba rims out, gets some contact, and there's going to be a foul. That one's going to be on Karuma.
And sends Dave Buyamba to the charity stripe.
Waiting to check in, it's the 6'5 freshman, Vance Weber. Buyamba to shoot two. First one is good from Dave.
And in comes number 20, Vance Weber, for the Red Devils.
Weber is just a freshman for Chaminade as Dave knocks down his second free throw.
A 6'5 freshman, that is.
They're going to get Axton Scott here for a push. First team foul for Gonzaga.
That is 3 minutes into the first quarter, so not pretty good discipline there from Gonzaga.
A lot of ball movement here for Chaminade. Jordan gets it to the wing. Three is off the mark. Axton Scott with a rebound. And then it's poked out by Ponywaz. Nice hustle there from Ponywaz. And now he handles it on Axton Scott. Ponywaz gets it to Jordan. He's going to try a long three, and it's good. Johnny Jordan, two early threes for Chaminade.
Yeah, I watched the game yesterday, Jack, and I saw a lot of threes getting drained by this Chaminade Red Devils team. So Gonzaga's going to need to be real up on them around the stripe, around the arc, pardon me.
Corner three for Axton Scott is just a little short. Higginbotham gets the rebound, doesn't get a bounce. Rebound Buyamba, and he gets the roll. Dave Buyamba will go to the line to make it a three-point play.
Let's go.
And out goes Weber, but in for Gonzaga is Jaleel Wahid, Chase Hogg, and TJ Farrington.
That's the second early foul for Oscar Kuzman. Dave Buyamba knocks it down. Ponywaz to inbound. Has a hard time getting it to Jordan. He's trapped in the corner. Throws it off Chase Hogg. And then hits Jordan in the leg.
Looks like the other ref came in there, and
they're going to say it stays with Chaminade.
Gotta play hard.
I don't know. I disagree with that call, Jack. I thought it went off Jordan.
Good defense here from Gonzaga. Ponywaz having a tough time trying to get it in. Now Chaminade's only got 5 seconds to get it across half court before a 10-second violation, and they find Kuzman wide open. Lays it in. It's 11-10 Gonzaga.
This Gonzaga student section not as loud as they normally are, actually sitting down, which is a little odd for Gonzaga student section.
Not normal.
Known for being the best in the DMV. Dave
Buyamba
posting up.
Gets it into his brother. Buyamba scores. It's 13-10 Gonzaga. Ponywas pushing the pace. Finds Kuzman in the corner. He'll drive. And Ponywas under the basket. He lays it in.
Chase Hogg taking the ball up. Dave Boyamba with the screen. Chase to Alan Boyamba. To Jaleel Waheed. Waheed with the three.
No
Makes
good.
off. Dave with the rebound.
Nice rebound there from Buyamba. Chase Hogg is wide open on the wing. No good. And a rebound there from Karuma. Physical defense here from Chase Hogg. Johnny Jordan knocks down the tough jump shot. Chaminade takes the lead.
Chase Hogg taking the ball up. Hits to Alan Boyamba. Alan to his brother Dave. Dave
is
blocked.
stuffed under the rim by Karuma. Jalil is going to drive. And one. Nice finish there from Jalil Waheed. Waheed goes to the line, and maybe he'll get a three-point play of his own.
That'll be Karuma's second of the game. So now the Red Devils have two players with two fouls only in the first quarter. That is Oscar Kuzman and Mohamed Karuma.
Not just two players, but those are two big men for Chaminade. Gonzaga likes to play very physical, so if Chaminade wants to stay in this game with the Eagles, they got to make sure that their big men stay out of foul trouble. Waheed to make it a three-point play.
And keeping those guys out of foul trouble would make sure that they keep the experience out on the court, as the other big man that the Red Devils have is a 6'10 freshman, Kevin Jew. So not a lot of experience on the varsity level for Jew.
A nice steal there. Chase Hogg will get it to Waheed. He'll bring the ball up for the Eagles.
And a great save by Waheed. Farrington with the ball now. Great three-point shooter.
Farrington has it stolen. That's Jordan. And no roll. Now Shimmy gets it. Shimmy looking to push the pace on the other end of the floor. And ball sails over Farrington's head.
Yeah, another thing about Patrick Shimmy is he's a two-sport athlete, and he has an offer in football, Jack. South Carolina. That's it. On JV film, too, which is pretty impressive.
Shimmy is an edge rusher for the Eagles. They're going to get Chase Hogg here for a foul. Just the second team foul for Gonzaga. Ponywas gets it to Johnny Jordan. He's been vital for Chaminade so far. Ponywas will try a long, deep three, and it's drained. Elijah Ponywas.
Chase Hogg taking the ball up the court. Jack Lynch coming up with the screen. To Shimmy.
It's stolen by Ponywas. Ponywas has Jordan wide open, and they're going to call a foul on Chase Hogg here. Jordan can't get the roll.
I didn't see a lot of contact there, Jack. I don't know about you, but it seemed like that was a good little flop there from Johnny Jordan.
Jordan will shoot two. First one is on the mark.
It's the first time we've heard the Gonzaga student section today, making a little bit of noise there.
Jordan hits on his second. The three-star going to Omaha next year.
Chaminade using the press now.
Wahid will get into the shimmy, and now Higginbotham will take over. Shimmy working on the freshman Jordan, and he's going to be fouled. That's the 5th team foul.
And that's the 3rd of Oscar Kuzman. Not a good way to start the game in the first quarter. So he will be subbed out for Vance Weber.
Shimmy is a little short on his first free throw. One more coming up for the sophomore. Shimmy hits on his second. Chaminade is going to try and push the pace. Gonzaga playing a full court press here. Disrupted them a little bit early on in the game. Looks like they have figured out a way to beat the press. Jordan gets it into the corner. Poniwaz. Collins to Jordan.
Poniwaz again, facing against Wahid.
Nice spin move there from Elijah Poniwaz.
There is a shot clock for this game. It's off now, but that could be a little bit of a disadvantage for the Red Devils because they're not used to playing with the shot clock.
Higginbotham's got 2 seconds left to go. He throws it away, and Jordan will not hit the half-court shot.
So that'll leave us with a 4-point deficit going into the second quarter. Oh, and now we got a t-shirt toss. Throwing some DC Classic polos. Maybe this has gotten the student section stand up. Here's the guys up in the corner. Our guy, Connor Lamore, was close there. Close to getting it.
Well, during this break, we'd like to mention the Christmas Mass that will be hosted at St. Aloysius on the campus of Gonzaga College High School. You can join Father Ling in Class of 75 and the Gonzaga community for a Christmas Eve Mass in the great church of St. Aloysius. Doors will open at 3 p.m. and the Mass will start at 4.
All are welcome. It is a great Mass here on I Street. It will get packed though. As a freshman, I showed up 20 minutes before the Mass started and church was packed, Jack. Chase Peterson with the inbound here.
Gonzaga, after the first quarter, trails by 4. Higginbotham to bring it up the court for the Eagles, and Dave Buyamba will wait at the scorer's table to check in. Wahid gets the defender to bite in the corner. Axton Scott, a little strong on the 3. Rebound and then a jump ball. Ball will stay with Chaminade. The possession arrow will flip.
Great aggressiveness there by Chase Peterson, knowing that they were going to get the ball and flipping that possession arrow. Great basketball IQ there.
They got the jump. There's another jump ball.
Tracy Collins loses a handle on the ball there. Steal from Chase Peterson. Higginbotham will reset at the top of the key for the Eagles. Gets it into the post. That's Alan Buyamba on Johnny Jordan. Chase Peterson, corner. Axton Scott hits the 3.
Yeah, it looks like the refs miss a foul there under the basket on Alan Buyamba.
Jordan from 3-point range, and he hits. An answer from Luke Jordan, the freshman. Now they get it to Dave Buyamba under the rim. The and one for Dave Buyamba. That's the first foul on Vance Weber of Chaminade. And Dave Buyamba completes the three-point play, the second of the night.
Yeah, one thing about Dave is he loves getting that work in. I constantly see him in the weight room or hitting the Echo bike, and you know what he's always doing, Jack? He's always got a smile on his face. Very happy guy, joyful presence to have on campus.
Ponywise gets it in the corner. Johnny Jordan from three. Can't hit. Rebound, Axton Scott. Chase Peterson is hit by Collins. A nice pass there to get it to Axton Scott and save the possession. Higginbotham gets it to Buyamba in the post. Can't hit. Gets his own rebound. And then puts it up himself. Gonzaga takes the lead. Their first lead since 2 minutes left in the first quarter. And now Chaminade looks to answer. Ponywise and Jordan handling it in the backcourt. Tracy Collins, we haven't heard his name much. Loose ball is picked up by Jordan. Jordan in the corner, hits another three. Johnny Jordan.
I don't think he's missed all night, Jack.
Chase Peterson gets to the freshman Higginbotham. Two freshmen on the court at the same time for Gonzaga. Dave Buyamba working in the post. He gets it to Chase Peterson. Peterson ties it up. Competitive game so far here. So far for Gonzaga, the game has been tied in the paint. And Chaminade has been hitting almost every three they can. Loose ball, Jordan falls hard. It'll be a foul on Chase Peterson as Johnny Jordan falls hard to the floor and gets up quickly.
Got our mop guy out there. Very important job. I've done it a couple times this weekend.
Same guy who was throwing the t-shirts,
It
actually.
is, yeah.
Multitasker.
I never realized how hard that job is, but it's decently hard.
Ponywise working on a mismatch with Buyamba. Gets it to Luke Jordan. Nice defense there from Buyamba. He gets the block. Gonzaga pushes the pace. Higginbotham in the paint. Too strong on the layup. Nice offensive rebound from Buyamba. Chase Peterson will try a mid-range jumper. It's too strong. Another rebound. Allen.
Dave Buyamba
takes the lead for Gonzaga. In the post, Tracy Collins is fouled.
That looked more like a block to me. I don't know about that. That's Dave Buyamba's first of the night.
Ergo not happy with that call.
And I don't blame him there, Jack.
First free throw is offline for Tracy Collins.
There's a Gonzaga student section getting loud. Let's see if they can make him miss another.
Causing a ruckus behind the hoop. Chaminade cuts Gonzaga's lead to 1.
Sometimes you got to give some of these students incentives to make them miss both free throws. I know at University of Virginia they give free bacon if the students can cause 2 missed free throws.
Axton Scott finds an open space. His three is off the mark. Nice rebound there from Allen Buyamba and gets the putback. So far it's been an offensive rebounding masterclass by Gonzaga. Allen Buyamba and Dave are controlling the boards on Chaminade's side of the court.
Yeah, this brothers duo is really special. He talked to Dave earlier this week. Some of our colleagues did, and he told us how special it is that he gets to play with his brother and how he's wanted to all his life, and now he finally gets that opportunity to do so.
Ponywise, there's 3 seconds here on the shot clock, and Weber throws it away. Gonzaga will take over. as Mr. Buckley has joined the student section with Gonzaga head of the math department. Now he's going to try and get respectfully rowdy.
Club moderator for our sports broadcasting club. Been a little while since he was a student here, though.
Shot clock violation on Chaminade. As you mentioned, they don't play with it in Missouri, so causing a turnover there for the Red Devils.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a disadvantage there. The shot clock is really hard to play with, especially at the high school level. But Gonzaga does it at all three levels, JV, varsity, and freshman, I believe.
Gonzaga turnovers the ball here. Farrington couldn't hold on to it.
Gonzaga using that full court press. Now utilizing that 3-2 zone with the Boyamba brothers down low.
Tracy Collins finds his way into the lane.
Right down Broadway.
Floater. As you mentioned, right down Broadway, Tracy Collins cuts Gonzaga's lead back down to 1 point. Farrington gets it into the post. Boyamba is fouled by Kuruma.
Another three-point play for Dave Boyamba.
He's got a chance for it right here at the free throw line. This free throw would make it a 4-point Gonzaga lead.
And in comes Patrick Shimmy and Jaleel Waheed for Axton Scott and Alan Boyamba. Dave on the charity stripe, looking for the three-point play.
Can't get it to go. Rebound from Johnny Jordan. Boyamba two for three at the line. Tracy Collins with a nice move. Floater's no good. And a rebound from Jalil Waheed. Waheed will slow down after making it across half court.
Chase Peterson, the senior, with the ball. TJ Farrington.
They're going to get an off-the-ball foul on Johnny Jordan.
That's his first of the game.
That foul actually on Logan Chalmers.
Shimmy with the bank. The bank is still open on Sundays.
Nice shot there from Shimmy. Collins, same shot as last possession, can't get it to fall. Nice rebound there from Shimmy. Chase Peterson loses handle on the ball and keeps it.
Timeout Eagles. Timeout Coach Kurgo, and we want to take this second to recognize Athletic Hall of Fame nominations. The Joe Kozak Gonzaga Athletic Hall of Fame pays tribute to Gonzaga's rich athletic legacy by recognizing outstanding contributions made by athletes, coaches, administrators, and teams. Every year, the Gonzaga Hall of Fame selection committee takes nominations from the school community and selects a new class of inductees who are honored at a ceremony and reception on campus. Go to www.gonzaga.org/athletics/athletic Hall of Fame for more information. And just another winter sports reminder, the Gonzaga hockey program is proud to host the 31st Annual National Capital Hockey Tournament known as the Purple Puck. The Purple Puck is a premier prep and high school holiday ice hockey tournament hosted in the Washington, D.C. region by Gonzaga College High School. This year's tournament will be held from December 27th through 29th, 2025 at the St. James Health and Fitness Complex in Springfield, Virginia.
Got him.
Waheed throws it into Chase Peterson. Gonzaga's going to reset here. Playing with 10 seconds on the shot clock. They get it into the post. Shimmy. Nice turnaround jumper.
Yeah, he's been a star two-sport athlete for Gonzaga, as I mentioned earlier. Bad foul call there by the referee on Chase Peterson. That will be his second of the game.
Gonzaga now has their largest lead of the game. It's 7 with around a minute and a half left to
And
go.
in comes Axon Scott, takes out Chase Peterson. This 3-2 being played again. Chaminade will take a timeout here to talk things over. A minute 17 remaining in the half.
Second timeout for Chaminade here. We'd also like to mention the Performing Arts Hall of Fame nominations. The Gonzaga, as I mentioned, the Gonzaga Performing Arts Hall of Fame was established in 1999 by the president, Father Alan Novotny, a Jesuit, at the behest of the Gonzaga Theater Project, the group that organized the Sheehy Theater's 100th anniversary celebration. The Hall of Fame was created to honor those members of the Gonzaga community who had made a lasting impact on the performing arts, either while at Gonzaga or in their careers outside of the school. Go to www.gonzaga.org/art/performing arts hall of fame for more information.
Yeah, lots of cool events here on campus. Of course, the gala was hosted pretty recently here at Gonzaga, and still many more to come. This is one of the premier events of the year at Gonzaga. Ponywas with the inbound to Logan Chalmers. Chalmers guarded by Scott. Chalmers to Jordan.
Ponywas gives to Collins.
Back to Jordan.
A lot of ball movement beyond the arc here. Johnny
Double
Jordan
team here.
Gets trapped. Nice defense here from Gonzaga. Chaminade. Gonzaga forces a nice shot clock violation there. The second of the game for Chaminade. Shot clock proving to be a factor here for the Red Devils as Gonzaga looks to extend their lead before half. We've got 55 seconds left to go. TJ Farrington working on Tracy Collins.
TJ is a speedy dude. Got some great handles and a great shot. Looks like he's fouled there. Ponywas with the ball. Finn Bonsall coming back. Great defense there.
Nice put back there from Johnny Jordan. Cuts the lead to 5.
There's 2 seconds in between the game clock and the shot clock.
Wahid working on Ponywas. Shimmy will try a long 3 and it's good.
Shimmy from way downtown drains the 3.
Patrick Shimmy hits a long 3 to make the lead 8 for Gonzaga.
That was
3
like
seconds on the clock for Chaminade. Chalmers can't get it to go. And Gonzaga has an 8-point lead at halftime.
that was a peak Caitlin Clark, Iowa shot from there.
We've got a halftime interview with Ms. Danielle Flood, one of the directors of our campus ministry program here at Gonzaga.
No, we're doing this first. You want to go after? Yeah, we're doing this.
Hi, guys.
And we're now being joined by the director of campus ministry, Miss Flood.
I'm Ms. Flood. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good to see you. We're doing
Excited to
great.
be
It's a
here.
great game so far.
Great game so far.
Well, we were just wondering for the people at home, what is Gonzaga Campus Ministry about, and what do you have to say about it?
Yeah, so our campus ministry office is our faith life hub on campus. This DC Classic tournament helps support financially the service trip program. I don't know if either of you have been on a trip or you're planning on going on one. Have you been on them before?
Yes, so I went to Baltimore this past summer.
Awesome.
and
What
that
did you
was a
do in
lot of fun.
Baltimore?
We went to a bunch of different service sites. Paul's Place was my favorite, and we got to serve for a lot of the homeless in the area.
Cool.
And
JD,
I'm looking forward to this summer, hopefully, getting on a service trip.
Yeah, exactly. So Campus Ministry has, you guys know this, but 14 different trips that we run every spring break and summer for all of our students to apply to go on. Some of them are really close. We live here at the McKenna Center for the week and serve around DC, but we go to Los Angeles and Ecuador and El Salvador and a lot of places in between. So I'm really glad you two have gotten to experience it, and we're really grateful that this tournament helps students be able to experience what you've experienced.
What is your favorite trip that you've done so far, Miss Flood?
Oh my gosh, what a hard question. They're all so good in so many different ways. I think our Apopka trip to Florida, that was the first one I went on when I started working here. And it is a week-long stay with migrant families. You actually do a homestay on that trip, so you really get to know who you are serving and get to learn their stories. You become friends with them by the end of the week. I always sign up to go back on that one every year because now I feel like I have real friends down there, and I think our students feel that when they go too. So that might be I love them all, but I have a special place in my heart for that one. And we've been going on that trip for 31 years with Gonzaga, so we have really good partnerships.
That's almost as long as the DC Classic's been around. Wow.
Is it? How long has that been
This is
going
the
on?
36th year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, well, I was gonna ask you what the first one you went on, but I guess it was Apopka. So
It was Apopka.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And what went into the day of service that we had on Wednesday? 'Cause we had so many activities.
Yeah, good question. So on Wednesday, as you two know, we had a school-wide day of service. All 1,000 students went out around DC to do some service. So much work goes into it. The campus ministers that work here, really since the summer, had been planning it to get all the buses ready to go and the Metro cards and all the service partners, lining up some really cool speakers for you to hear from. So a lot of work goes into it, but we think it's worth it to give you guys the experience to serve.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
You're doing a great job, both of you.
Thank you. And now we'll hear an interview from Coach Kilner.
Hello, I'm Chase Carter with the Sports Broadcasting Club. We're here with Coach Kilner with the swim team. I'm going to ask him a couple questions about how the swim season's going and all that. So, how has dive been doing? Who are the standouts this season, and have there been any close matchups you've had?
Yeah, so our dive team is the biggest of any team in the whole area. We've got generally over 10 guys doing dive team. From those who have done dive for a long time, especially in summer dive, grew up doing it at their summer pool, or guys that also just started with dive, or guys that have gymnastics backgrounds that started dive once they got to high school. But dive team's been critical for us. We have won championship meets in the past because of diving, where we added the dive score in, and that gave us enough points combined with our swimmers to get us those championships. So dive has been critical to the team, and it's cool to see so many students interested in dive and learning about dive. Our two best divers, Davin Thompson is coming back from injury that he got in gymnastics. He had an ACL injury in the spring, so he's coming back from that, so we're hoping he'll be good to go towards the end of the season. And then Alec Valencia, this is his third year diving for us. He has done really well at championship meets in the past and continues to get better.
So some of our viewers may be a little unfamiliar with the sport of diving. Can you run us through the scoring system?
Yeah. So how scoring works is you dive in and you get a score from the judges that can range from a 0 up to a 10 on that score, and that's based on your execution of the dive, how well you did it. And that is multiplied by the degree of difficulty of your dive. So the more difficult your dive is, the higher that degree of difficulty, so the higher score that you can get. So it's a balance of, pushing the diver to do something challenging, but also making sure they can still know it and do well enough that they can get a good score with that more difficult dive.
All right, so who are the biggest producers and improvers on the team this year? Are there any swimmers that are ranked nationally?
Yeah, so we have a very large team. We're blessed to have over 80 guys on the team this year, and we do have a number of top club swimmers on the team. Guys that have been swimming from the time they were an 8 and under in summer swim up to now. So this week we have 2 swimmers that are at the Speedo Winter Juniors. Kirk Morgan's a junior, and he kind of across the board has a lot of the best times on our team, from sprinting to non-freestyle. And then Connor Manier is a sophomore. He's our best distance swimmer. So he's swimming a bunch of really long distances this week, up to the mile at the Winter Juniors meet.
So what's the scoring system for swimming, and then how has the roster depth helped the team?
Yeah, so how scoring works is it'll all depend on the meet. For a dual meet, generally you get 6 points for first place, and then it's 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 for the places. And then championship meets, it's all about where you finish, because there's a bunch of teams there. So that can range from anywhere from 20 points for first place to some meets are 24 for first place. It all depends on which meet we're at. And those ones, just by place, you just move down some points. Depth has been critical for us because we can enter most meets either 3 or 4 swimmers in an event. And if we're able to get every single event where we have people scoring, those points add up and make a difference. So last year we won the Wimsel Championship, and we were the only team there that every event had 4 people score points. No other team had that, so that depth is what was able to win us the meet. In swimming, you're only allowed to swim 2 individual events, 2 relays, so you need a whole team that can contribute, not just this top 2 or 3 guys. If you don't have a whole team and a lot of depth, you're not going to be able to win these big meets. And we saw that with the Jesuit meet too, where every place scored, and we had relays, like our 6th relay team was beating the 3rd relay team on other teams. So that depth is really what won us that meet.
Nice. Thank you for accepting this interview, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Just right 1, 100J to white 15, and then offense.
And we're now joined by Coach Keith Ergo. Coach Ergo, what do you plan on keeping the same this half compared to last
We got
half?
to keep our intensity on the defensive end. We got to locate number 2. He's such a talented player. Well, our game plan is to prevent threes. We did not do a very good job of that in the first half. We've got to keep them off the glass. Don't let 24 get going since it's been in foul trouble, and make sure we prevent threes. That's all we got to do, and take care of the basketball.
All right, thank you
Thanks,
so
good
much.
luck.
And we're back in the Carmody Center for second half of Gonzaga basketball, and this final half of DC Classic basketball. And we will see who will be crowned the 36th champion of the DC Classic.
Well, Gonzaga looking to earn their 6th straight. Chaminade looking to get some revenge on last year, in which they fell short of a DC title championship. They lost to a star-powered Gonzaga team, 74-46. Coach Frank Bennett, who is decorated as a head coach in the state of Missouri, is looking to get some revenge on the Eagles, but he's got a tough hill to climb. Down 8 at halftime. We'll see what they can do.
We broadcasted their game last year against Roman Catholic from Philadelphia, and that was quite the game, and such a big game that even Jason Tatum, the star of Chaminade, showed up. Now the world champion for the Boston Celtics.
Well, he's one of 2 extremely talented NBA stars to come out of Chaminade. Another one, Bradley Beal, went to Chaminade, played for the Wizards for a little bit.
But they're not the only professional athletes that have come out of Chaminade. Matthew Tkachuk, of course, the Florida Panther, back-to-back Stanley Cup champion.
As Axton Scott hits a nice mid-range jumper. Now he's guarding Pony Waz on the other side of the floor. Johnny Jordan, who's been absolutely lethal from beyond the arc tonight, guarded tightly by Axton Scott. Tracy Collins now working off Uyamba. Nice defense here from Gonzaga, and they're going to get a travel on Ponywas.
Higginbotham taking the ball up the court, getting guarded tightly by Collins. Higginbotham to Allen. Allen to Axton Scott. Axton Scott looks for Allen again.
Johnny Jordan falls to the floor. He looks to be a little bit injured.
We're going to
Take a timeout here.
And we hope Johnny Jordan is okay as he'll head to the bench. And in will come his brother, Luke Jordan. Ponywas to Collins. Collins taking up the ball up the court with Higginbotham guarding him. Great pick there by 24, Mohamed Karuma.
Nice defense there and a trap from Gonzaga. Ponywas finds some open space. He'll try a three, and it's good. Elijah Ponywas hits from beyond the arc to cut the lead to 7.
Peterson to Allen. Back to Peterson. Boyamba driving in.
Gets it to Chase Peterson. Now he's going to drive. Nice little floater there. Can't go. Nice rebound from Ponywas. He's going to slow it down for Chaminade. Working on Chase Peterson. Karuma will try from the corner.
The big man trades the 3 over Dave.
Mohamed Karuma
makes it a 5-point game. A 4-point game, pardon me.
Just the 6'8" freshman cuts the lead to 4. Peterson gets it into Buyamba, working on Karuma. A nice reverse layup there from Dave Buyamba.
For his 18th point of the night. Gonzaga utilizing this 3-2 zone.
Gonzaga has played some nice defense so far. 2 threes have allowed Chaminade to lead them in points for the half.
Collins a shooter here. Axton Scott on defense. Shot clock running down.
Karuma has already hit from once beyond the arc, and he hits again.
The
Mohamed
big
Karuma,
man hitting threes.
6'8" freshman. 3-point lead for Gonzaga now. Higginbotham working on Collins. Guarded extremely closely. Gets into the lane and is fouled by Tracy Collins. Higginbotham will shoot 2.
That'll be Collins' first. Higginbotham with 2 shots.
Too strong on that first one, hits back rim. And Alan Buyamba will come out for Patrick Shimmy. And then Johnny Jordan comes back into the game for his brother Luke. Higginbotham's second is good. It's a 4-point lead for Gonzaga. Right around 4.5 minutes left to go in this third quarter.
Jordan at the logo.
Throws that ball away. It's stolen by Shimmy.
That was passed right to Shimmy, actually. Scott to Shimmy. Shimmy to Peterson.
Nice defense here from Chaminade, not letting Gonzaga penetrate.
Dave Boyamba with the pick there.
Chase Peterson right around the free throw line. He's going to shoot a little floater, and it's nice. All net there from Chase Peterson. Their lead extends to 6.
Ponywas now passes it to Jordan.
There's going to be a foul here on Higginbotham.
His first. Gonzaga's been a really disciplined team here so far in this game, keeping the foul tally low. Just 7 fouls total compared to
Chaminade 8.
Yeah. Not very many, but Chaminade did end up in the bonus.
Tracy Collins kicks it out for Johnny Jordan. Off the mark from 3, and a nice rebound from Shimmy.
Farrington taking the ball up. Looks for Chase Hogg, better known as Chog. Chase and I will be taking our English exams together tomorrow.
Shimmy gets to Farrington. Farrington has a wide open lane.
To the net.
Gets
It's
it to
good.
Roll. Nice finger roll there from TJ Farrington. Their lead is now 8. Collins to Ponywaz. Ponywaz to Jordan in the corner.
Foul called on Dave Boyamba, his second. Sweet Collins on the inbound. Collins to Jordan. Being guarded by Jaleel Waheed, who played his former school last night in the Georgetown prep game. And they were letting him hear it in that student section.
Jordan's got 8 seconds on the shot clock here. Now they got to push the pace. Ponywaz.
Great defense there by Chase.
Jordan,
Hog,
one on the shot clock, and he can't get it to go. That's the 3rd shot clock violation for Chaminade here tonight.
This is really showing the advantage of Gonzaga using the shot clock in every game that they play. That is probably my favorite stat in basketball, Jack. As a Virginia basketball fan, we pride ourselves on getting those shot clock violations and very strong defense.
Shimmy working on Kuzma on the post, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 to try and make this lead 10.
And just know, Jack, whoever wins this game, champions are built in practice. And I know from walking into school every day this year so far, seeing this Gonzaga basketball team working, starting at 7 a.m., 4 days a week, they're lifting, they're running, they're doing anything they can do to get better and to compete in the conference, the WCAC, but to compete in their non-conference too.
Shimmy's first free throw will rim out. He's got 1 more.
And out comes Kuzman, who has his 4 fouls so far.
Shimmy's short on his 2nd free throw. Lead will stay at 8 for Gonzaga. Chaminade's got to pick up the pace here. 2 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Jordan has a long 3, wide open. Can't get it to go. Rebound from Luke Jordan. And he throws it off of Lynch. It'll stay with Chaminade.
Nothing really you can do there, Jack, to stop that play from happening, bouncing it off yourself. Got to have pretty quick reflexes like Gray earlier with the snowballs.
Ponywaz a deep 3. Yeah, well, for those who don't get that reference, and by that I mean everybody, JD threw a snowball at Gray, and he made an amazing dodge.
He did make quite the dodge there. Waheed out the arc, loses the ball, gets it back.
Ball here, Waheed able to get it, and then is stuffed by Luke Jordan. Karuma
hits the cameraman.
That ball sails over the head of Johnny Jordan. Chase Hogg will bring it up the floor here for Gonzaga.
Lynch with the screen. Lynch down low, fouled.
He's fouled really hard under the basket by Mohamed Kuruma.
That's his fourth.
Now the big man for Chaminade is in foul trouble.
Both of their big men, Kuzman and Kuruma, both in their foul trouble with 4 fouls with 9 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this game. Little math there for Mr. Buckley.
Lynch hits his first free throw. Second one hits the iron and does not go in. And then it stays with Gonzaga. It tips off of Johnny Jordan.
That is very impactful for Gonzaga, looking to build on this 6-point lead.
Buyamba gets it into Hogg. Chase Hogg tries to get it into the post to Buyamba. Johnny Jordan kicks to Ponywaz. A long 3 and he's fouled.
Sorry.
The foul will be on Wahid. And now Ponywaz will go to the line. He's got 3 free throws to make it a 1-possession game.
James, you can't tell, there's a piece.
Ponywaz
misses it. Gonzaga student section making a lot of noise over there. So Ponywaz there makes 2. There's a wet floor here. Not sure what made the water spill over here, but it's pretty wet right in front of our announcer's table, so they're taking a second. Fellow club member Henry Hook helping them out. Coach Ergo even getting in there.
Now the t-shirt toss guy is working on it. We've got a whole crew over here.
Yeah, I got a whole crew. Maybe we should get these guys out in the curling team for the Winter Olympics this October or this February.
This guy is an athlete.
Hey, this mopping job is not easy. With all the stress of this crowd too, that's a hard job. There's a lot of people here.
Wahid to bring it in for Gonzaga.
Get out! Chase
Hogg, it goes off the foot of Wahid. Jumped on by Buyamba. Gonzaga now will have to reset. Farrington to the lane.
Right down Broadway.
A tough layup from TJ Farrington. And now our t-shirt toss guy is going to get in some more work.
Really good practice for this curling team. We should get them out here. The Gonzaga student section letting those guys hear it.
I'm wrong. 1D. I know it is. Just play 1D to purpose.
So Gonzaga has this 6-point lead with 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Deep ball to Collins. Over to Ponywaz.
Ponywaz directing traffic. 20 seconds on the shot clock here. Collins will get it in the corner. It's Luke Jordan. Can't hit from 3.
Ponywaz tips it out. Shot clock is now off with 26.2 seconds remaining. Mr. D gets a little bit of rest on the shot clock there.
That famous thumb. Been working the shot clock for a long time here at Gonzaga. Wahid gets it to Hogg in the lane. He'll get it to Alan Buyamba.
And one.
Alan Buyamba will go to the line.
That is
another 3-point play.
That is the
Gonzaga.
4th 3-point play from the Buyamba brothers alone.
This free throw to make it a 3-point play for Alan Buyamba.
And it is a three-point play. These Boyamba brothers are on fire.
Collins with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Excuse me, the game clock. And that'll end the third quarter. Gonzaga extends their lead to 9.
Let's go, Dave.
And Dave Buyamba will come in for Gonzaga as well as a bunch of his other teammates. So Gonzaga will have a new lineup as we come out of the break here. Great third quarter there from Gonzaga, defending their lead and adding to it. It's 55-46 here with just 1 quarter left to play in the 36th edition of the Gonzaga DC Classic.
These Boyamba brothers, Jack, have 27 combined points. That's almost 50% of the points for Gonzaga. They're on fire tonight, Jack.
Dave and Allen have been working hard in the post this game. So far, this game has been won in the paint by Gonzaga.
And we come out now with Higginbotham, Peterson, Scott, Boyamba, and Boyamba for Gonzaga. And then we come out with Collins, Weber, Poniwaz, Karuma, and Jordan for Chaminade.
Shooter coming corner! Shooter coming corner!
Nice defense here from Gonzaga. Chaminade's had a tough time trying to get in the lane. Poniwaz will try a corner 3 off the mark. A nice rebound there from Weber. And then a steal. Higginbotham pokes it out. Nice pass from Peterson. And then a nice defense there from Johnny Jordan. Look like stay with Gonzaga. Kuzman will come in for Weber. Buyamba gives to Peterson. He penetrates. Buyamba gets his arm held, no call. And then a rebound from Chaminade. Johnny Jordan will push the pace.
That foul would have set Karuzma off the court for the rest of this game.
Jordan to Kuzman.
Poniwaz, Higginbotham on Collins. Collins drives it in. Calling a blocking foul, so that's a chance for a three-point play.
A nice floater there from Tracy Collins. That was pretty. Now he has a chance to get a three-point play of his own. This free throw could make it a 6-point game.
That foul was on Axton Scott. That's his second foul of the game. Collins misses the free throw with the help of the Gonzaga student section. Starting to get louder. Have their shirts on though, despite being the fourth quarter.
Dave Buyamba in the post, can't get the roll. Ref will say it stays here with Gonzaga. Karuma argues in the student section, getting animated here. Alan Buyamba will set up here. Dave gives in the post to Higginbotham. He'll try a 3, no good. Nice rebound there from Chase Peterson. He gets it to Buyamba.
Dave Buyamba may have this dance. He's been dancing all around the court all day.
Nice moves from Dave Buyamba in the post. Poniwaz will get to Johnny Jordan. Tries to penetrate the defense and he cannot get the roll. Higginbotham pushing the pace. Axton Scott, the three-point shooter. Nothing but nylon for Axton Scott.
Gonzaga takes their largest lead of the day. It is 60-48, a 12-point lead for the Eagles. The freshman Axton Scott hits from beyond the arc. And Gonzaga has their largest lead of the night. And just a reminder for all those listeners out here, we will have Christmas Mass at the Great Church of St. Aloysius, Gonzaga. Join Father Lingen, class of 75, and the Gonzaga community for Christmas Eve Mass in the Great Church of St. Aloysius. All are welcome. Mass starts at 4 p.m. Doors to St. Al's will open at 3 p.m. I recommend getting there very early if you would like a seat. Chaminade looking to stay away from a repeat of history. This is the second straight year with this matchup in the championship. Their coach Frank Bennett is decorated in the state of Missouri. He won the Missouri State Coach of the Year in 2016 and won the state title in 2009 and 2016 with Chaminade. Seems very similar to Gonzaga's WCAC basketball championship wins. Now he's looking 2017-18. Now he's looking for a DC Classic title. Nice penetration from Kuzman. It is 60-50. Peterson will handle the ball for Gonzaga. Gets it to Boyamba. Full court press here from Chaminade. Axton Scott with a floater. It's off the mark. Up in the air. Boyamba gets it. Nice rebound from Allen. In the post work from Allen Boyamba. I will say that is some great discipline by Karuma. Standing back and not gathering that fifth foul, which would send him off the court for the game. Great pass there by Collins. Jordan with the three, drains it. Shortens this Gonzaga lead to 9. Dave to Axton Scott to Higginbotham. Higginbotham with the short jumper. It's good. Higginbotham, that's his game. He loves those short mid-range jumpers. He does that all the time. Cody was blocked, but then called a foul by the referees. So that will be called on Allen Boyamba, his first of the game. And looks like Gonzaga will have a mostly reset of the lineup out there right now. Tony Waz hits his first of 2 free throws. Everyone out but Dave Boyamba. In comes Jaleel Waheed, TJ Farrington, Chase Hogg, and Patrick Shimmy. Poniwaz misses on the second. Karuma can't hang on to the rebound. It stays, or excuse me, it'll go to Gonzaga. Shimmy takes the inbound pass from Waheed. Waheed takes the ball back, gives it to Chase Hogg. Chase Hogg dribbling up the court, guarded by Poniwaz. Shimmy with the ball. Poniwaz fouls some contact, but not called. A nice steal from Poniwaz, and they'll call a foul. They'll call that foul on Patrick Shimmy. His first.
They're deliberately trying to foul.
Johnny Jordan will roll the ball, trying to take us least amount of time off the clock as possible. aiming for a comeback. It's a 10-point lead for Gonzaga. If they want to come back, Johnny Jordan's going to have to turn it off.
They took that play out of Jason Tatum's book. Chase Hogg with the steal.
Chase Hogg. It's a one-on-one. Karuma now comes into the picture. Chase Hogg can't get it. And then Pony Waz gets to Johnny Jordan. It's a fast break on the other side of the court. Tracy Collins lays it in over the big body of Dave Buyamba. Lead is 8 for Gonzaga.
Pick here by Dave. Timeout, Gonzaga. Alan Boyamba will be entering back in the game. It's a 60-second timeout. Full timeout.
That's Gonzaga's second timeout of the game. Both teams now have 3 left.
And another advert for Gonzaga is the Gonzaga Performing Arts Hall of Fame was established in 1999 by then President Father Alan Novotny, SJ, and at the behest of the Gonzaga Theater Project, the group that organized the Sheehy Theater's 100th anniversary celebration. Fun fact, the oldest active theater in Washington, D.C., Jack. The Hall of Fame was created to honor those members of Gonzaga's community who had made it a lasting impact on the performing arts either while at Gonzaga or in their careers outside of school. Go to www.gonzaga.org/art/Performing Arts Hall of Fame for more information. Shout out to Mr. Buckley, who's in the Performing Arts Hall of Fame.
Waheed will inbound here for Gonzaga, gets it to Hogg. Now Gonzaga's got a little bit of numbers. They'll reset. 16 seconds on the shot clock here for the Eagles. Waheed to Farrington on the outside perimeter.
Farrington is a shooter.
He gets it into the post for Buyamba, plays a little bit of bully ball, and then can't get it. Waheed picks up the loose ball.
Great save there by Alan Boyamba. Gonzaga up 10 with 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. Shooter
Johnny
there.
Jordan tries a long 3. He's been off in the second half here. Johnny Jordan seemed to be making every shot in the first quarter. Hasn't done much here as he gets a steal. Now on one-on-one on Hogg, and he lays it in. It's an 8-point lead for the Eagles with just under 3 minutes left to go.
Got to get that ball across the court.
Hogg loses his footing, and then there's going to be a foul
There's
on
a foul
Pony Waz. That's the first team foul for Chaminade.
And that's Pony Waz's first.
In the fourth quarter.
Here you go. You're going to quick 4. No timeout. You're going to quick 4. You're going to quick 4. Let's go. Tight. Tight. Closer. Closer. Gotta get closer.
Higginbotham takes the inbound for Gonzaga. Guarded aggressively by Tracy Collins. And then Buyamba hits his own man. Karumo to the rack. Almost takes down the hoop with him.
That could have been a technical foul and send him off the game, Jack.
Gonzaga's lead is now just 6. Just under 2.5 minutes now. Gonzaga down to their final 2 timeouts. Karuma made the arena shake with that one. He's done a nice job of staying out of foul trouble since he committed that 4th foul.
Yeah, he's had a good run there. That basket almost fell down, Jack.
Almost had a Shaquille O'Neal type.
Have you ever seen that clip of the guys that had to play a 3/4 of a court game? They have to go around the other side's free throw line, take it back. Maybe we'd have to bust to Dunbar to finish off this game if that happened.
Chase Peterson taking the ball up on Elijah Poniwaz. Chase Peterson handling it. There's 14 seconds on the shot clock here. Buyamba in the post, finds his brother outside, then he drives. Some bully ball here by the Eagles. Alan Buyamba extends the lead to 8.
Minute 50 remaining in this game.
Getting some defense chance here. Elijah Poniwaz cannot hit from 3. Farrington gets to Wahid. Gonzaga will try and slow it down, take off some time. Farrington loses the ball. It'll stay with Chaminade after a nice defensive play from Chase Peterson.
Yeah, good little shoulder there. Must have learned it from the national championship winning, 6-time national championship winning rugby program there. Just need to.
Poniwaz handling it at the top of the key. A minute and a half left to go for Chaminade. Nice floater from Poniwaz. The lead is now 6. We've seen this a couple times where they cut it to 6. Gonzaga's been able to answer. Can they do it again? A minute
Wahid
and 15
taking the
left.
ball up.
A minute and 15 left to go. Chase Peterson will slow it down. They've got 20 seconds to spare on the shot clock. He's dribbling on Johnny Jordan.
Looking to make this a 3-possession game.
Shot clock winding down. They've got 6 seconds now. Wahid handles it at the wing. Guarded tightly by Poniwaz, and he pulls the chair on him. Karuma now. Nice Euro step, and he lays it in. Lead is 4 for Gonzaga. Chaminade on a little run here, and giving a Gonzaga a run for their money.
And Chaminade has the fouls to give. 1 foul in the quarter, so they're nowhere close to that bonus to send Gonzaga to that charity stripe. Jack, we've watched a little bit of football today. Saw Bears win 31-3 and your Commanders win. I don't know if you were happy or sad about that win, though, today.
I don't even know myself.
The Bears have a 10-win season. Caleb Williams, of course, a Gonzaga alumni. And if we get the cameras to shift to the right half of the court, it is the only retired football number, number 18.
That basketball number, Slooby number 33, the only Gonzaga basketball alumni to have his number retired. And then, of course, Don Petty, the Gonzaga hockey player. Got a wet spot on the court here again.
Yeah, looks like the Chaminade bench dumped some water. Coach Ergo out there in the trenches wiping it up.
46 seconds left here.
James Campione just doing a great job.
Now we got 46 seconds left of the 36 Gonzaga DC Classic. Gonzaga will take a timeout.
Hey, can we run?
60 seconds timeout.
So Gonzaga here will look to try and drain some clock. We might see a couple fouls from Chaminade here. They've only got 1. So to send Gonzaga to the line, they've got to commit 4 more, which is going to be difficult to do while keeping time on the clock for their offensive playmakers.
And Jack, let's take a reflection at this DC Classic. This may be one of the best rendition of the Classic we've had in our time here. Lots of overtime games, lots of games that go right down to the buzzer.
Yeah, all 3 of our games before this one were extremely close. And now we've got a 4th one today. What a treat we've had this weekend, right before midterms on I Street.
Yep, big week on I Street for midterms. Not sure if Montgomery County will push us back tomorrow and push back the science exam. Hopefully not. But
Well, I have gotten word that Montgomery County did cause a delay but Gonzaga will overwrite that.
Ooh.
They overrule the delay,
TJ!
and there will be
You know what, Jack?
sort of a football formation here for Gonzaga. They're going to run some routes.
Ran a similar play yesterday in that prep game.
Axton Scott now trapped here. TJ Farrington brings it across midcourt. Buyamba guarded closely by Karuma. We've got 30 seconds here on the game clock. No foul called here, and then they finally called a foul for Johnny Jordan. And that's the second team foul for Chaminade.
And that's a shot clock reset. Another shout out to Mr. D's powerful thumb. So that'll be a 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Axton gets it into Alan Buyamba, who almost loses it. And then Axton is fouled by Poniwaz. We've got 22 seconds left here.
Poniwaz is second.
Chaminade needs some quick fouls. You almost question if they should have fouled at the beginning of Gonzaga's possession when there were around 45 seconds left to go. Now we've got 22. Gonzaga calls their final timeout. Axton Scott couldn't find an outlet.
Yeah, I just want to take a quick apology for our viewers. We are right next to one of the benches, so you can hear everything that the coaches say. So pardon us if you have heard some expletives during this broadcast.
It's a passionate scene here in the Carmody Center. You can
Very
tell
passionate.
this DC Classic means something to both these teams. Gonzaga looking, as we've previously mentioned, Gonzaga's looking for their 6th straight title at the DC Classic. Chaminade looking to rewrite history a little bit.
Yeah, and this always has a big thing for the players too. We've seen a couple scouts here today. I can see the Kansas scout right now, which is a blue blood of college basketball, of course. So if that sent one of these guys to Kansas after their performances. And here Axton Scott will take the inbound.
Gonzaga has no more timeouts. They get it to Farrington, who is quickly fouled by Johnny Jordan.
His second. There is no longer a shot clock.
One more foul to send Gonzaga to the line.
Poniwaz gets
steals
the
it.
ball.
Now he's working on Peterson, and he goes to the lane, gets the and one. Gonzaga's lead is 2, and Poniwaz has a chance to make it 1. Has a slow time getting up. 14.6 seconds left to go. Poniwaz is set to shoot one more free throw here.
Just to quote our guys from last night, Callahan Smith and Jordan Strike, that seemed kind of like a Mickey Mouse call.
Box out! Box out! Axton! Axton!
And here we'll see Poniwaz at the line. Gonzaga student section getting loud.
Big free throw here for Elijah Poniwaz.
Misses it.
Rims out. Axton Scott is fouled by Jordan.
And that will send him to the line.
2 free throws here for Axton Scott. Gonzaga now in the bonus. These are 2 big free throws here for Axton. Making both shots here would be huge for Gonzaga to maintain a 2-possession lead. His first one rattles in, puts some pressure here on this second one as a timeout is called by Frank Bennett.
Yeah, Frank Bennett using this as kind of, you know, it's Sunday, so why doesn't he take something out of a coach's playbook? Icing the free throw shooter here. It is a 4-point game. Gonzaga 69, Chaminade 66. And Gonzaga has 4 fouls, so next foul that they give will send Chaminade to the line, so it is necessary that Gonzaga does not foul here at all. And we're in for a good 11.8 seconds of quality basketball, Jack.
Quality basketball, you could say strategic basketball.
Very strategic.
Coaches are going to be throwing everything they got here, especially Frank Bennett.
This is where those early morning workouts come into play. Who's been working the hardest? Who's worked the hardest the offseason? Gonzaga, of course, played in that summer league here in the district. So Axon Scott will take his second shot.
Scott rims out here. It's a one-possession lead. Annual Gonzaga with a phenomenal play. Throws it off the legs of Kuzman. The ball will stay with Gonzaga. That is a huge play from Alan Buyamba.
That's some basketball IQ right there, Jack.
Quick thinking. 8 seconds here to go. Dave Buyamba is fouled by Karuma, and Karuma has now fouled out for Chaminade.
Yeah, so we will not see Karuma for the rest of this game.
He's done a great job of staying out of foul trouble.
Chase Hogg comes back in.
Good work, boys.
2 free throws. These are huge here.
Dave just makes his 21st point of the game.
Knocks it down with a straight face. Not something you see from Dave Buyamba often, but I imagine after this game he'll have a huge smile if the Eagles can come out on top.
And we'll be joined by him at the end of this game, of course. And he just makes his 22nd
Gets a nice
point of
bounce
that
off
game.
the rim. 4 seconds left to go. Ponywalls will fire from deep range.
And Dave will send it off. Gonzaga is DC Classic champions for the 6th time in a row and the first time under Coach Keith Ergo.
6 straight Gonzaga DC Classic champions for the Eagles. Dave Buyamba, your star player here. We'll get a nice interview with him before we send you off.
Dave!
He's coming on touch, hold on. Well, Dave, the sophomore star for the Eagles. He was our star player in the first game.
We're gonna sing the alma mater real quick with Dave. We're gonna let Dave sing that alma mater and hoist that trophy, and then we'll have him over for our post-game interview.
Dave won our player of the game in our first day of the DC Classic, his second player of the game.
Of the Classic.
Of the Classic.
And that will move Coach Ergo's record to 5-2 here at Gonzaga.
Dave has done a remarkable job this whole weekend.
Congrats, Dave, on the DC Classic Championship. You had 22 points and you were moving like a dancer but under the net. Do you take dance classes to help you out under there?
Also, when I was younger, prepare for the weddings, but you know.
How did it feel to be out there? This is your second player of the game this weekend. How did it feel to participate in your first DC Classic?
I'm glad to be on my home court, defended home. That's 7 straight for Gonzaga. Try to keep the tradition going, and for my next 2 years, while I'm here, I want to keep that going too.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir, Dave. Enjoy the celebration. Good luck on midterms.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here at the Gonzaga DC Classic. My name is Jack Cushman.
And I'm JD Thede. Thank you, and have a Merry Christmas.